Goofy B-roll is always the best way to start anything, but yeah. It's 47 degrees outside. Looks like it's nice and warm. It is not, so again, everything is coated forever in tile dust because I'm an idiot, and yeah, who cuts tile in their garage? I do, I guess. Starting this video out with today is not going to be anything fancy, anything special, anything like that. You saw compound stuff. That we're messing around doing some measurements. We have a ton of parts on the way, which actually has nothing to do with the compounds because I have everything for the compounds in these boxes right here, and then along with some miscellaneous exhaust pieces there. Yeah, but I'm not doing the compounds until I do something else first, which we will see in the next upcoming videos. Got together with a couple companies and we're making some stuff happen. We're SEMA 2023 bound. I don't know. I don't want to say that necessarily and then not show up because trying to be a man of my word here. But like I said, today just a mess around video, just keeping myself content, playing with the wife's bike. Her petcock just keeps leaking, so I had this one floating around. Duke, why are you scratching at the carpet? I know you want to come over here, but no. You'll just run outside and bark at people. Stay. So yeah, we're messing with her bike off camera, but on camera we're gonna play with this little dirt bike again. I ordered some parts that showed up finally from China.
Let's say China. 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 China.
With your China right there. But yeah, this will show you what's up with the old petcock and the new petcock in a minute. But I just wanted to go over a couple things beforehand. If you are interested in helping out with the channel, helping support anything like that, we're so close to monetization, and I noticed the subscribed to not subscribed has dropped down again to like 91% of you are unsubscribed and like 8% of you are subscribed. We're getting good views, but why don't you take a second, hit that subscription button if you'd like to. It's free and it helps keep us in a place where we can make videos. Not being monetized, it's not the end of the world, because clearly I dropped like $25,000 on that truck in the last couple months. But yeah, that right there, yeah, that's not a lot of money, but when you're a stay-at-home dad, that's some money. And if we're wanting to take this thing to SEMA, not this year because it's in a couple weeks, and I wouldn't take this thing because 1, paint, 2, height, 3, it's just not cool enough. So we have a bunch of things like the compounds and some of the other things I'm not going to mention until they're here. But we're trying to make the short bed crew cab square body one of one Duramax swap trucks instead of one of a handful, or I don't know. But instead of a ramble like I always do, like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I would usually say those at the end, but I'm saying those at the beginning because I know you're probably still watching. So with that, we're going to dive into, let's play around with a dirt bike. Let's play around with a big blue truck. Let's even maybe possibly play around with a Bag 64. We'll talk about that thing shortly, but let's dive into some work. I am blind by the sun, and you're probably not going to be able to see this, but quick Idaho lathe job. Just toss the socket into the drill, threw that on the belt sander, give her a nice little profile, which should be snugged up already. Maybe kind of. It's cold. Why, wind? Why? Yeah, that's good. Reassembly, filter, O-ring, cap. Put it all back together. Okay. Let's put some fuel back in this thing. See if it wants to leak. And if it doesn't, maybe take it around, do another little ripper, and come back and talk about some of this other stuff. Okay. Oh. You guys see what I see? I don't know. Oh wait, I didn't mean that. This is a terrible idea. This is. And then what happens when this is here? I'm gonna need to make a ramp to like. Different problem, different day. Nope. Okay, let's put this on start. Realize how sketchy sticking clutch plates are until you go to put it in first gear for the first time. Please don't stick again. Fucker. Oh, we really got to do something about these sticking clutch plates because this is going to be such a fun bike to deal with that constantly. Just wheelies as soon as you put it in gear. Gonna wheelie. Dude, bikes that immediately wheelie, worst things ever. Come on, go, because I know I'm gonna have to go instantly. Oh, hey, I think it's actually. Haha.
A few moments later.
Like I said, today's a random day. Just out having some fun. It's been so rainy the last few days. Yeah. Even though it's 47 degrees, that little bit of weird blue stuff in the air. I don't know, it's called sky. I already forgot what it was like after a couple days, but messing around like we saw on the GoPro. How do you load a dirt bike in a truck this tall? Like, this angle doesn't come up on camera, I can tell. And what happens with, 10 inches? 10 inches? Oh, okay. 10 inches, somewhere around there. This thing's gonna be impossible. I'm just gonna have to throw bikes into it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm only 33 and my back doesn't like throwing bikes like that anymore, so I don't know. We might end up doing a custom dirt bike ramp at some point, video on that, something, I don't know. The bike's ready. You saw, you guys saw in the first clip, you'll see. No, I threw that in here. I'm editing, what am I talking about? Yeah, the clutch plates stick if it sits for like a week. So that first click into gear, it tried to wheelie, and I was gonna try and give it throttle to keep it going, and then I was like, man, how am I gonna teach the kids to ride on a bike like this? It's gonna be impossible. But one good thump into gear like that, and then the clutch was unsticking. So I just took it, ripped it around. I don't see any fluid leaking whatsoever. I do need to get some new tires because I'm not letting the kids learn on those death traps. I don't know why I'm in the back of the alleyway clicking 5th gear in this thing and just one and I'm flying. This guy fixed, done. So now we're gonna go ahead and toss in some footage. We like what was 3-4 days ago, we went to a little truck show. I got a couple little B-roll clips, but it made me realize something about, we'll talk about that in a moment. So clips first, talk second. So now that we got those clips out of the way, a lot of people in today's world don't feel safe, you know, stuff like that. You want a way to protect your family. I'm one of those people that I like to conceal carry. Sometimes I open carry, but I do have my concealed carry as well. I like to have a gun on me pretty much anytime I walk outside of the house. And at this moment at the truck show, you saw there's so many people around just having a good old time. Yeah, I would conceal carry in that normal instance. Then I didn't, but that means I have to toss my gun somewhere. Carrying my 2-year-old around and stuff like that, sounds really dumb, but in that one instance with all those truck people around, there's probably enough guns, honestly, that I don't need to worry about it. But no one's gonna come mess around with any of us there, so like I said, gotta toss my gun somewhere. Where do you toss your gun? I don't want to put it in my glove box because it's an old crappy tiny glove box. I have enough stuff in there, can't really shove it. It's just a million things, you know. Just having a gun in an older truck is annoying. I don't have a center console, I don't have anything like that. So the idea dawned on me, go back to a company that I used to have some parts from, and I accidentally let it sneak out in one of the trucks I sold, so had to replace them. But got a package here. I'm gonna run in the house, grab some other stuff, and this package, the stuff in that, and blue, we're gonna finish this video out with some little goodies. Well, you'll see what I mean. Okay, so like I was saying, go to a truck show. Usually, you know, somewhere I don't know, I'm probably gonna carry. I'm gonna probably leave my stuff out in my concealed holster. Everything be fine, be happy, you know, etc., etc. Ooh, I got stickers. But normally, you know, in a case where, you know, say I'm going in somewhere where I'm not allowed to conceal carry legally, I'm not trying to break any laws, anything like that, gotta leave the gun somewhere. Like I said, no real safe spot. I'm not putting it under my bench seat. I have kids. I'm not putting it in the glove box. It takes 2 seconds to turn my glove box because it's one of the non-locked option ones. Doesn't fly with me. So what we have here is some products from Vulcan, and they're self-defense, you know, really great concealed company, etc. I'm trying to think of where I'm going to do this as I talk. Probably should have done that first, but what I have here is their Vulcan Quick Draw mounting adhesive, and then I have one of their Vulcan Quick Draw gun attachments. So basically, this is a magnetic device. It will hold your gun for you. I have had one in a 4-wheel drive Cummins down a couple months back on the channel. I bounced that thing around in the woods, never once moved my concealed carry. I conceal a XD40 from, what is it, Springfield Armory, and it's a hefty gun. It's not a 1911 or anything like that, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I'm looking, assuming this goes like yonder. And this is gonna go, I don't know, somewhere comfy for me. And then, what is this stuff? Crush at dot. Okay. Oh, fancy adhesive stuff. So I'm gonna read the instructions, we'll time lapse this out, I'll get it installed, and then once it's all installed, I'll show you guys how it works, etc. Alright, now YouTube, before you have a heart attack, we're just gonna go ahead and say this is a toy gun. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are skeptical on how great they work. I mean, this is actually putting some force side to side. If I start just grabbing way down here, but you have so much leverage when you're driving, it actually stays really tight in there. If we go ahead and release the clip, actually, to be a good boy, I will set you guys like this, hold you guys out, trigger discipline because we're nice boys. No pin, because my safety is back here. The nice thing about these is, say you weren't loaded, all you have to do is, and you could be at somebody. I had to make sure not to point that at myself, obviously, but it's nice. Toy gun, making sure we're not loaded again. I don't know about you guys. I'm pretty happy with that. Usually on my Cummins I screwed it into the dashboard. This one I really didn't want to just put screws into my dashboard for no reason. So I didn't. Trusted their quick draw adhesive stuff, and I mean, I can't pull this part down like at all. It's not really squished up on the corner because it's not perfectly flat. That's where it starts to round out, but I got all points of contact there. Like I said, that's great. Pop my butt back up in here and clears my leg while I'm driving, because I was gonna have it somewhere here-ish, and that's what I was worried about, is this action, because being 6'4" and this is as far back as the bench seat goes, yeah. So that's good. I need to, I always forget, I have a manual brake pedal. I need an automatic brake pedal. I love it. Just enough to let my transfer case shifter, because it doesn't go all the way up. 4 high is here-ish, so that's good. Need to figure out center console cup holdery something. A bunch of Average Joe stickers that got rained on at the show. That I'm gonna hop back in the garage and probably end it out here. So there it is. It's the only way to everyday carry. That is a mouthful. Only way to everyday carry. It's the everyday carry way I like to, you know, keep a reliable situation for my firearm and square body. Didn't necessarily know that I was going to be doing that in the video, but it seemed like products showed up. Pretty stoked about them. I feel like an idiot for letting my Cummins go with my last setup. I had actually unscrewed it and then in a hurry set it against the roof because it's magnetic, and then just spaced that it was up there. And yeah. But dirt bike's working great. Wife's Harley is working great. I gotta still finish throwing this stupid petcock on it now that one's taken off and all drained. But even though it's winter and that's getting put away and this is getting pulled out so we can start playing with it, what does it really matter? I mean, just getting some progress, getting some content, getting a bunch of measurements and a bunch of stuff done off camera for Blue. Blue is just, I don't know, it's about to make a transformation that's just, yeah. Don't know what to do with my hands. It's blowing me away that I've taken this truck this far in the last year, less. And what's about to happen to it is going to be, it's going to be pretty crazy. Like I said, I'm kind of shooting for that SEMA 2023 goal. Like, I really wanted to go this year. I didn't really know you had to be invited and be in a booth and all that. And so I'm glad I didn't rush it or do anything stupid, but now we got some plans, and with those plans, we're going to be changing this truck and trying to take the internet by storm. So if you like what you saw, leave me a comment down below. Like I said, if you're willing to help out the channel, subscribe, like the video. That actually does make a difference. Kind of crazy how stupid that is, but with YouTube and the algorithm and all that stuff, you guys know how it is. So with that, I'm going to let you go. Average Joe Builds, I'm out of here.